Usually there are 5 levels of fear that can be observed in you and in your opponent when work happens with weapons. Sometimes we don't notice it, but these fears do appear. When you work with weapons, it is common to get tensions in your body. Let's take a look at the simplest ones. As soon as you took a weapon into your hand, regardless of the grip, tension right away appears in your wrist, in your forearm, and depending on how restricted and how skillful you are, the tension may spread up to the shoulder. And when you're working with the weapon, of course, the fears appear in general, the ones that restrict your entire body. You can classify them approximately into 5 levels. The first level is your neck and all the neck muscles. You may have noticed that when somebody takes a knife into the hand, the person caves in and becomes stiff in the upper shoulders. The person may not even notice it, but there's a definite restriction and the movements become less mobile. The elasticity of movement is lost. The second level of fear comes in the level of the heart. The heart is scared and all the muscles around it become restricted. The next level lower is the area of solar plexus and stomach. When these muscles contract, the person gets caved in and tensed up in the mid area. The fourth level is the area of the groin. And sometimes the person may want to use the bathroom at that point, and again, he gets restricted and folded in that area. The fifth area of fear is behind the knees, when the knees begin to shake, become weak, or just the legs get stiff. If the legs get stiff, you're not able to escape, you're not able to move anymore. And people who practice Sistema, they know about Sistema breathing. Breathing is what will help you overcome these fears and tensions. And at the first level, you have to let your breathing enter your body. So if you take a proper inhale at the stressful moment, at least you won't let the fear go in. And if somebody confronts you with a knife, or even without the knife, some form of attack, you have to evaluate it and be aware that this tension practically always appears in you. And the more scared you are, the more fear spreads and affects all 5 levels of the body. And your goal is to let the air penetrate into all these areas, let it dissipate through the body and work with the fear. And the second stage of working with your breath is to let it go into you to the extent that you'll be able to move. So people who practice Sistema, they will be able to use breathing effectively to overcome this problem. When we talk about tension, aside from the physical tension, there's also psychological one that comes up.